Hello guys, welcome back to this channel, and today we are going to rank all 7 Batmobiles from worst to best. Overall, this is one I had a lot of trouble ranking, so I don't really have much to say before we get into it, but I just want to say one thing about my Batman villain ranking. I'm sorry. It's been really tough getting all those clips in the videos, getting split clips, editing. It's been a very big doozy, so like maybe I should do that in the future, a top 10 biggest doozies. That could be something of my 2-year anniversary for this channel in June. Anyway, I have a bunch of things I do want to mention. First one, this is going to be my second to last Batman ranking, maybe my last. I'm getting tired of this. I might end up doing Batman Final Battles rank. That's a big maybe. I don't think I will do that, though. So, we'll see about that one. I will be doing this, obviously, and then I will be doing my Scream movies rank because I've been trying to get that out, like, forever. I just haven't had the time because right as I finished reviewing my Scream franchise, I had all my Batman stuff I had to do. I wanted to do that first. So I'm going to get my Scream movies ranking out. That's going to come first before I do Batman Final Battles. After that, probably going to be, and then after that, probably going to be Ghostface Killer's rank. That's a maybe. I'll do maybe one of those two. And then after that, probably when I'm in spring break or before or when I get after, I'm going to start my Harry Potter review franchise because of Fantastic Beasts and the Secrets of Dumbledore, because that's coming out. I want to get that review franchise, and that's going to be a fun one because I really like the franchise overall. Coming in last place is going to be Batman and Robin. It's easily my least favorite. I don't know about easily, but it's my least favorite by a decent amount. Problem with this one, it's so cartoonish. The CGI just doesn't age well with the action sequences, especially as it turns in, like, it has this feature, I think it turns into the Batwing. I don't even know. And overall, it just looks weird. I don't like this whatsoever. It looks like all the blue things coming out of it from the bottom of it look weird. Everything about this just looks weird to me. And overall, it's not that far behind my number 6, but it's definitely designed to sell toys. Probably did. Basing on pretty much this as well as the entire movie, I'm assuming the entire movie just looks like a toy commercial, and not a bad toy commercial if I'm going to be honest. And this looks like a toy, and so there you go. Coming in number 6 is going to be the Batman Forever Batmobile. This one I do think is much better looking than the Batman and Robin Batmobile, but I think the thing that kills this one is just that ginormous middle fin that just makes it look like it's designed to sell toys. It's in some good action sequences with Two-Face and all, but I think, unlike Batman and Robin, it's in some good action sequences, but like Batman and Robin, this one also looks like a toy car that's just designed to be sold for toys. All the blue stuff is still there. It doesn't look as cartoonish as in Batman and Robin, but still, I'm always like, why would you put the middle fin on there? So, like, it's okay. I don't hate it, but overall, it's definitely one of my least favorite Batmobiles. It has just the middle fin just is what kills it. And then you just have the outside 2 fins, so it would look similar to the 89 one if it didn't have the middle fin, but I don't think it would be better. I don't know. Coming in number 5 is going to be the Batman 66 one. Overall, this one I think actually kind of works as Batman's car, very 60s-like, obviously, and I think that kind of works overall for a Batmobile. Problem is, it doesn't age that well compared to a lot of the newer ones, but I don't really have a problem with this one. I still think it works perfectly fine. It looks good when Batman and Robin are riding in it. It's in some good shots in the movie, and I think this is a nice classic version of the Batmobile. It works for me. It's not great or anything. It's just pretty good, but and I do like this one. My number 4 is going to be the Flick Batmobile. This one's interesting because I think it looks perfectly fine when it's in the BVS little car chase as well as the Zack Snyder's Justice League / Justice League Final Battle. It looks decent, but the problem with this one is it just doesn't look anything unique looking. And when I think of Flick's Batman, I don't really think of the Batmobile, if I'm going to be honest, throughout these movies. Maybe it's because he's in a team-up movie. Maybe it's because there's so many other things to pay attention to. But compared to the top 3, I don't think of it. And it's just kind of average looking, but it's like a mix of the Tumbler from the Nolan trilogy and the classic Batmobile from '89. So, and I think it looks perfectly fine. It looks like a perfect modernized version of a Batmobile, but it just doesn't really stand out in any action sequences. It's hard to get, there's not really any good shots of it, if I'm going to be honest, especially throughout BVS. And Zack Snyder's Justice League, that's a bit of a different story, but still. it looks a little odd at times, but I think it makes for some good Lego sets. It's a good version of the Batmobile. I just don't know if it's a great version. I mean, number 3 is gonna be the Keaton Batmobile. Overall, I think this is a great version of the Batmobile. Perfect classic version of it. It's not really the one I think of when I think of classic Batmobiles, but it's the one when I think of classic Batmobiles. Overall, I think this one works perfectly throughout all the action sequences that's in both Batman and Batman Returns. And overall, mixed with some great Lego sets. I'm a huge Lego guy. I have a TIE fighter right there. Yeah, I can't point backwards. Overall, makes for some great Lego sets, as I said, and I think this is a great version of the Batmobile. I don't really have any problems with this one, if I'm going to be honest. It's just, I think I just like the other two just a bit more, and they're both used a bit in some better action sequences. No offense to this one, it's just the late 80s, so you can't do much with that. I'm kidding, but still. I just like the other two just slightly more. Coming number 2 is going to be the Tumbler from the Nolan trilogy. Between 2 and 1, they're pretty close. I give the number 1 the edge because I think it's just a better looking Batmobile. Overall, I think this one's fantastic. It's in some fantastic action sequences, like the chase with Scarecrow, and that little chase through Gotham, as well as the final battle in Batman Begins. Then you also have the chase through Lord Wacker, obviously, in The Dark Knight. And it's just in so many great action sequences. It's so eye-catching and striking. Strike looking. I don't know how to pronounce that. Or, oh my god. Oh, I think just this one looks fantastic. It has all the great gadgets you want. You have the Bat Bike, which is great. And overall, I just think this is the perfect version of the Batmobile in these movies. I think first one, it looks a bit. I don't know if I'd want this version of a Batmobile. It looks a bit too tank-like. I mean, it's a Tumbler, so that makes sense. But I think as a more grounded version of the Batmobile, I think it works pretty nicely. I don't know if it's that much more grounded than the one in '89, but still. Coming number 1 is gonna be the muscle car in the Batman. I was debating between the two, but I think if we got more scenes with this one would easily be number 1. And I think this is number 1 if I'm gonna be honest. By just a bit. Still, I think this one looks fantastic. You have the engine thing that just looks amazing. And overall, I think this is a great looking version of the Batmobile. It's in my favorite part of the movie. When the engine lights up, it's just such a great shot in the movie. This is kind of the perfect Batmobile. A bit more comic book-alike than the version than the Tumbler, I guess. But I think it's just even though it looks a bit too much like a Fast and the Furious car, a muscle car, obviously, I don't think that's a problem. This is a Batmobile that I see Robert Pattinson's Batman driving. Nope. Well, you do see it, but you know what I mean. So overall, this is my favorite version of the Batmobile. I think it's great. And I think this is we haven't gotten the perfect version of the Batmobile, just like we haven't gotten the perfect version or the perfect Batman himself. But I think this is the closest to perfect. Maybe if we get more of it, I think this could easily be number 1. Or could be much higher than number 2, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. Go check out my Batman playlist, DC, all of the channel. Soon I'll be doing Harry Potter review franchise, maybe a Star Wars, a Lord of the Rings, you name it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios.